Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Stephen Martin, Buzzkill, welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel it's going to be a very exciting day. I don't know why. It's got a good vibe, I have to say. I think good things are going to happen. They never do. I say that and then terrible things happen, but I got a good feeling about today. Good things are going to happen. Catonius, welcome, welcome, welcome. The first good thing that needs to happen is we need, like, any trees. I have no ability to turn the lights on in the spaceship. It's all gone horribly wrong. I do say they've deconstructed all of this, though. That went very, very well. The destruction thing is going great. Not as much. Welcome, welcome. Not as much as the cutting the trees down thing. That's not going as well as we might like it to be. There's a few trees down here. Is the kid up yet? Yeah, Harry Igor. Can you go deal? You're reading things about melee, which is good. I want to breed you to kill. But could you go and refuel the Who's What's It down here? Thank you so much. Okay, so there's coffee in my mug, but not in my face. So I need to rectify that. One moment, please. Oh, wow, I really needed that. You know what? I needed that so much. I need some more of it. Hang on. Martin, what did you miss yesterday? Martin, your takeaway from yesterday is one key phrase. Redhot Beaver on Beaver action. Yes, I said that out loud to the world. I'm sure I'm getting a strike for that. YouTube's going to come right down my throat for that one. But that's what you missed. Redhot Beaver on Beaver action. See, Buzzkill's got it. Buzzkill's got it. Redhot Beaver on Beaver action. So there, let's dial back time if we can for Martin. A bunch of beavers came by. Now you might have already divined that, given the nature of the very important statement that I gave you, which again was red hot beaver on beaver action. Crimson, welcome, welcome. So you may have already divined the beaver thing. So a bunch of beavers came by, and they were going to eat all our trees. And I'm like, hey, you beavers, don't you be eating all my trees. I really actually need those trees, like, desperately. So we went to go kill them in their face. That part was starting out very, very well. And then I remembered that one of our colonists has Animal War Call. So we used Animal War Call on one of the beavers, and incited that beaver to kill his friends, or at least run temporary interference on his friends. So it was red hot beaver on beaver action, and I just can't say that enough times. It's a very fun thing to say. Try it at home. Martin, try it at home. Just right now, just go ahead and say red hot beaver on beaver action, and see if that doesn't just bring a smile to your face. Can you dial back about 2 weeks? Yeah, Em, you have missed a lot. The ship is looking, well, bigger. We basically expanded about as much as I can with the panels that I have. So I only have 10 Gravelite panels left. This is about as big as the ship is going to be. But it's starting to come together in that we have a designated freezer. We've got a research room up here. We have a small but competent hospital at the moment. A lot of production stuff. All of our usual production benches are in play right now. Harry Igor is reading again a book about how to kill people. So we're very excited about that. That's about it. Really, we've been making the ship bigger, and pretty soon we are expecting the mechs to figure out where we are. We figure that's going to happen momentarily, really. Speaking of which, hey, why don't we not sow these areas anymore? Okay, let's not bother sowing these. Let's just take what we can get. I'd rather you focused on chopping trees down, because we really, really, really need those. There's a tree right there. Chop that tree down. Get that cactus tree out of here. Yeah, your big takeaway, Em, from the past few weeks is just bigger. We had a refugee quest that came through, and then they betrayed us and we murdered them. It was a fairly innocuous one. There's only 2 of them. So, and we had like a royalty quest come through where, like, hey, put these people up for a few days. And we've done that. They went away at this point. So largely it's been making the ship bigger and better. We put a little TV here, so there's a little entertainment area. Oh, Steven, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys have fun. I have a lot of fun. I probably have more fun than you guys. But yeah, so we got a little television area here. We're putting up some armchairs people can sit in. Sadly, they're not human leather armchairs because everybody loves those. But we just don't have enough human leather. So it's going to have to be like regular leather, unfortunately. This is a terrible map, and I can't wait to get away from it. It's borderline just a desert at this point. Stench is over here doing some mining on steel. Good. Can never have enough steel. Game is all about steel. Doesn't matter what DLC comes out, the game is all about steel. So is there anything we can murder? Nope. Everything here either fights back or explodes. Story of my life. Story of my life. Everything I want to eat either fights back or explodes. What we are working on is an AC unit up here because it is blisteringly hot. It's 83 degrees inside, which is just not really okay. So we're going to work on an AC unit. We've kind of vented almost everything. So I'm hoping this one AC unit will actually handle the ship. Obviously not in the freezer area because that's got its own thing. But I think it's going to handle just about everything. It's certainly going to cool it down enough that people won't be as whiny about, you know, the whole it's going to, it's way too hot in here. Speaking of which, I see we could kind of use a vent here. There's not really anything going into what I'm going to laughably call the master bedroom. Oh, wait, yes there is. But there's not one here. So I should put one, like, here. That would kind of make sense. Yeah, the air quotes master bedroom, which is basically, it's the one with the double bed. That's how you know it's the master bedroom. Knife has been doing great work on research. Knife is just pounding through research lately. What are we working on? Geothermal. That might be the most useless thing that I do, because we're probably not going to be somewhere long enough to set up a geothermal plant. Hang on, coffee in my face. And I did see in all of that somewhere, ooh, I could get into, hang on, I can get into drones. I can get right into drones pretty soon, I might add. I don't need jump packs. No, I can get right into that. I can get right in. Oh, hunter trap. I'm very excited about all of those words that I just said in that order. We did complete the LMG, but all you hear is explosions. It's probably lightning, or it's DeHook building a chair, one of the two. So let's see, you got the heavy SMG. Stench, are you good at shooting? Ew, not as good. Bertha's way better at shooting. And she's currently not pregnant, so that's going to work out really well in terms of, you know, firing at people. Where did we put that? I need the search feature more than ever with this ship. So that was an LMG. Yeah, one LMG good is way down in here. Bertha, can you equip yourself a little better than you are right now? And then maybe I'll give the machine pistol to Igor. He loves shooting stuff. Rob, my vent guy's here. Thank goodness. I'm putting vents in. And you weren't here. I've got a vent outlined right here. Where is my vent guy? Watching Penge play farm manager. I can see how you'd lose track of time with that. And this is a low psychic drone. I'm sure we'll learn to cope. Everyone's miserable anyway. So it doesn't matter if they're a little slightly more miserable. I wouldn't mind getting, well, I could get these beds out of here and move Igor and I think, no, Knife has his own room. So yeah, just move Igor over here. I'd love to get separate bedrooms, but I just don't think that's realistic. Spike Little Girl, welcome, welcome, welcome. I just don't think that's going to be realistic. Not at present, not until I get some more Grav-Light panels. So I think we're really, again, we're chopping down trees, kind of bringing M and anyone else up to speed. We're chopping down trees, and we are preparing to leave. We're pretty sure that very soon it's going to be like, hey, the mechs are on their way. You better get moving. And we're ready. We're ready to go. Everything is fueled up. We could take off at any time. So we're just ready to go. Is it good? Well, if you're talking about Penge's farm manager, of course it's good. It's Penge and it's farm manager. How could it not be good at that point? How could it not be good? Although I'm way more into XCOM 2. God, I have dents in my head from how much I'm slamming my head against the wall watching that, and I'm having the time of my life doing it, which is kind of the point. Just massive contusions. I probably have a concussion watching him play XCOM 2. But yeah, we all played XCOM 2 for the first time, but I'm having a ton of fun doing it. How about we start to get, like, DeHook, you basically do all the crafting around here. Why don't we start to get some blocks? Like any, oh, hang on, whoa, okay, never mind, everyone stop panicking, I know what that is. That's pretty much exactly what I expected. So do 20 stone blocks. There's the mechanoids coming. Okay, so gather supplies and leave. We got 10 days. 10 days to get out of here. Makes me want to play Farm Manager. It did make me want to play Farm Manager. I've been playing Farm Manager for a little bit on my own time. There's a point in Farm Manager, because if you play it on sandbox mode, you can't fail. You become stupidly wealthy really quickly. It's basically impossible to fail when you do the sandbox mode. So, I don't know, I got up to like $5 million and like millions of dollars every year. I'm just like, okay, I'm done now. I didn't even build all the things. So I just like to play it every now and then. It's super relaxing. It's just really, really relaxing. Igor, hauling things. Excellent. Let's make sure you're number 1 on that, by the way. No, actually, you're number 1 on cleaning. Be number 1 on hauling. Clean later. We can clean while we're flying if we need to. Mostly, we just want to get everything here in the ship so we can go somewhere else that isn't the ship. This light really isn't doing you much good, is it? How about we reinstall that over there? That's probably a much more sensible place for that. Okay, so 9 days. If I could just maybe even get... I definitely want to have the kid get that jade, because we do have the art table up now. So we could start to make some art. I don't think I've even got anyone keyed to do art. Berg would be the most obvious choice, but he's also the cook. Or Stench. 5 and 8. Yeah, Berg should be the... Do I have anyone else who can cook? Not really. Stench can cook. Not good at it, but he can cook. DeHook can, well, technically cook. I'll have a think about that. Because what we ran into yesterday, was a trader coming by that had all sorts of cool stuff, but we don't have anything to sell them. I don't have money, and I don't have anything that generates money like art. So we're going to try and get into the art game fairly soon. Space art, I suppose. Hang on. Coffee. Face. There we go. Much better. All right, DeHook, what are you up to these days? You're having some food. That is less valuable than I need it to be. I should put up this table at some point. I mean, I got it. I should probably do something with it. It's a 2x1, right? Yeah, it's a 2x1. I could put that up like right here if I moved this shelf. Where would I move the shelf? Hang on. Oh, no, I can't really move the shelf there. I think that'll block access to the rest of the shelves. It might not, though. If we're just for having conversations about shelves, which is really what you're here for, if I wanted to move that there, I feel that would block access to that shelf. I could temporarily put it here, because we're not going to have the little doohickey for a while. Put it over there. I dare you. And then, actually, don't deconstruct that chair, because I could use that for the table. And then they won't be whiny about not eating at a table. Apparently, the Balpug Confederation hate us. Okay, I didn't know they were that keen on us in the first place. I'm sure that will be fine. We've also got a little bout of fibrous mechanoids going around, so that's just a thing we've got to deal with. Where's the kid? Igor? You're hauling steel to a shelf. Could you actually go prioritize the jade? I would love to get that inside, because I know darn well I'm going to fly away and go, dang it, I left the jade behind. DeHook is doing blocks. Knife is obviously researching. Stench is digging at steel. Okay, Igor, you're hauling that. Why don't you, again, keep hauling the jade. Let's just get it all inside, and then you can go do whatever you want for the day, kid. Okay, whatever you want. And also, that's perfectly good agave there. Let's just grab some of that. I'll try and remember to get the rest of that jade, but at least I've got some of it in here. Okay, I'd actually also like to get the drug lab up, because we have a fair number of psychoid leaves. We just don't have the drug lab to make anything with them. We can make the tea, but that's it. That would be an awesome thing to sell. I mean, we all know, narcotics. That's your path to profit around here. And if anyone wanted to move that bench real quick, I can set up a table for you guys. You could actually eat like, civilized people. No? Nobody wants to do that. Berg, what are you in the hospital for now? Is it the fibrous mechanites? Yeah, it's the fibrous mechanites. Oh, I hate those things. I mean, you move better, you manipulate better, but you're in bed all the time. See, look at it. We're just sucking up all this medicine on Berg here. Sucking up all the medicine is what we're doing. Sucking it up. Okay, sucking up all the medicine. And there we go. More jade coming in. Excellent. I can actually use some more shelves around here. I could tuck one there. One would work right there. Where else? I could put a shelf over here. This is wood that I kind of need, though. Dave, you could make it out of other things. You're actually making stone blocks right at this moment. So how about we put up a marble shelf? Just the small one. A marble small shelf. Like right here. Yeah, put that in there. I dare you. No creeping skin monsters in this particular game. Roy Scat, welcome. That doesn't mean they won't pop up, though. At least in this one, I'm more prepared to leave at any time because we live in the ship. So with the flesh mass in Dweeb's little run, we were trying to establish a base. And like to get up and leave again, I had to like put everything back in the ship and then fly away again. At least when you live in a spaceship, you're always ready to go. Can we address why we're not doing this cooler? Is that because I feel we have all the things we need for this? Like, Stench, can you work on this? Yeah, prioritize working on that cooler. I'm not really sure why we're not doing that. Because it's like 100 degrees, literally. It's 100 degrees in the hospital. And I'm not sure why we haven't attended. We've built everything else, well, except this. But apart from that, we've built everything else. And Igor, well, you're asleep right now. Hey, DeHook, can you fuel the Huzimaquetzit? No, we have no wood. Absolutely no wood. Well, now there's a big hole in the spaceship. Let's get that patched up, shall we, kids? How about we go ahead and get that patched up? Oh, that's going to look awkward now. It's not going to be... It's not going to have the little thing. Oh, that's no good. That's no good at all. I can't deal with that. Okay, and we have no power to power that thing anyway. That was a complete waste of time. We have no fuel. Boy, fuel on a spaceship is tricky. Very tricky. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with that in the long haul. Yeah, we might be able to work out sort of like panels but no hull and maybe put some solar panels on it. Can we put turrets on the outside of the ship? Probably. Yeah. Yeah, I think given a bunch more panels, we might experiment a little bit more with what we can put on the outside of the ship. Yeah, see, this doesn't work now. This doesn't work now. That's wrong. Okay, I have to fix that. Or at least fix it enough that it won't gnaw at me. So I'm going to put a structure there, and then I'll put something in there, like a hull piece in there, and that'll slightly ease me a little bit. In fact, it actually might be correct. It might be the correct way to do it. Not sure on that. Okay, trees. We need all the tree. Can everyone just go chop a tree? Can everyone just go chop some trees, please? Okay, if you've got nothing to do, go chop a tree. Don't care what tree, doesn't matter. Just everybody grab a tree, rip it out from the ground, burn it. Because we haven't got this here. Like 15 wood out of that. Not so good. And now both of them are down. Okay, well, at least I can launch the ship. At least that part is good. We're doing this one panel over here. That's good. I just want to kind of wrap that up. We've still got 8 days. We're not going anywhere right now. But there's also not a lot... yeah, and then put the hull there. There's not a lot of reason to stay here either. This is a terrible map. I'd be totally fine if we just buggered off. Hang on, coffee in my face. Okay, that doesn't work. Now I have to even it out over here. So I have to. So how's that going to go? Can I live with that? I don't know if I can live with that. How did I do that? Huh. I got to look at that for a sec. I might have to back burner this. I want to fix that. Oh boy, that's just making me nuts right now. But I'm not sure how to fix it. DeHook's gone on a shooting frenzy. Good for you, kid. Is there anything to murder? No, there's nothing to murder. Never mind. Just back that off. We'll just back that right off. How did I do that? So I took out, let's see, one from there. So I took this out and then put one here, I think. I'm just wasting panels. I should not be doing this. Put that in there. I think this might work. It might not, but I need to make that even. It's gnawing at me. You understand? It's gnawing at me. In the win column, since I've been doing this, we made a lot more meals. We started with, wow, 91. We started with 33 meals. We're up to 91. Frozen. So at least when we land, they're not going to immediately all deteriorate. Yeah, I can actually put a table right in here and still have room for another shelf when I'm done. Oh, this is very good. And then let's move that chair over to move. No. Stop it. Stop doing everything. Cancel everything. Reinstall it over here. Like that. I know, Buzzkill. It's killing me too. It's killing me too. I gotta fix it. It's gotta not be what it is right now. That's really our takeaway. That's our key. It has to not be what it is right at this exact second, which is, well, gnawing at me. Gnawing at me. It's like a small rodent gnawing at me. Like, I don't know, Orwellian, excuse me, Room 101, the rat in the face thing. It's gnawing at me. Wow, we're still out of power, even after all of that. It's probably because of the cooler. So just bring this down. I mean, this is target temperature, but bring it down to like that. And then hopefully that might air condition the rest of this place. We'll see how that goes. 100 meals in stock. And still some more raw food. Oh, the potatoes must be coming in. Yep, potatoes are coming in. We're not sowing that, right? Nope, we're definitely not sowing that. All right, so this is a complete waste of gravlight panels, but I need to fix this. I think if I put something there, it'll fix it. I'm really hoping it will. Otherwise, I might have to just start all over again. I should have just made a cube. I should have just made... That's it. I should have just made a cube. That's all. Just make a cube. You got 6 of those left, and then you start doing other things. Cool. Stench, can you work on this, please? What are you doing right now? You're digging at steel. That's cool. Could you actually not? What's Bergs' problem today? Serious pain? Sure. Sure. Unsightly. It's hot. You're sweaty. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait, you're an ascetic. Where do you live? Okay, so you want a terrible room. And you're kind of sad because you don't have a terrible room. Yeah, dull bedroom. Okay, well, deconstruct that. Maybe I can take the flooring out. I'd rather not, but I could take the flooring out. And that'll be, maybe just replace it with concrete. That would be good looking. Yeah, let's do that. Let's replace that with concrete. He'll love it. In the sense that he won't. So do concrete in there. Okay, don't bother the ostrich. Never bother an ostrich. Rules to live by there, kids. Rules to live by. Never bother an ostrich. Just let them walk on by. Okay, you don't bother them, they don't bother you. And they still might bother you. All right, I think... What else needs to be gotten? We got all the jade. There's a good quantity of potatoes we should be getting, and we really need to be chopping down trees. There's so many trees up here we could be walking away with. When we leave, we're going over here. I think we can do that in one shot. So, what? The Armadillos and Alistair. Oh, that sounds like a delightful children's book. What am I going to see here? It's grassland, so there's probably going to be... Oh, lack of trees, though. Lack of trees. Oh, dear. I got to figure out another power source of some sort. Okay. Maybe we can set up some solar panels when we get there. Do I know how to do that? I don't think I actually do. Yeah, you know what? Back off... Actually, geothermal, we'll do it. I could do both. Just keep I keep backing off of geothermal. Just keep going on geothermal. Just do it, okay? Yeah, and then let's put a thingamajiggy here, please. I can't live with the way that is. So, talk to me about the armadillos and Alistair. A 9-year-old child is calling. 3 man-hunting armadillos. Begs for safety. 1 hour later, we're getting man-hunting armadillos. Okay. I can't possibly think of a reason that I wouldn't immediately accept Alistair and the Armadillos. It either sounds like a delightful children's book that probably won some sort of award, or it sounds like some sort of like 60s pop band. You know, Alistair and the Armadillos, something along those lines. Wind power could be a solid bet there, Rob. You're not wrong. And we know how to do that. That one we could do right away. And those are fairly not resource intensive. Yeah, we could go either way with that. Yeah, I'm totally taking a 9-year-old in exchange for some dead armadillos. Why would I not? Why would you people think I wouldn't do that? Oh, there we go. Alistair's here. Alistair, welcome to the team. Tell me about yourself, because there's armadillos hunting you. Wow, you're staggeringly ugly. Staggeringly ugly. You believe in nonsense. Okay. You're not very good at anything at all, but you could be in the fullness of time. First thing I'm going to have you do as a 9-year-old is obviously arm yourself. So, I don't know where any weapons are these days. They could be anywhere in here. I know I've got a machine pistol kicking around. So, machine pistol, there we go. There's actually 2 of them. So there's one right in there. Alistair, my 9-year-old new friend, come arm yourself, because you will need to, you're going to be murdering a lot of people. Just as a heads up. And let's get everyone... Okay, he doesn't need any sort of thing like that. You do... Hang on, I've got armadillos. Don't wear terrible clothes, okay? And everything else is fine. Okay, Alistair, hang on. Bring everybody here. I'm pretty sure almost everybody is armed. Where are the armadillos coming from? Right up there. Okay, perfect. So everyone just sort of toddle along here. Everyone just sort of back off, fleeing from Berg, you're gonna want to hustle there, kid. You got armadillos on your tail here. Nobody wants that. No, nobody wants that. Wow, they look cool. They look very cool. I haven't actually seen armadillos in the game yet, but they look really fun. It's almost a shame to murder them. I would be fine with taming them and then getting war armadillos. Warmadillos, if you will. Warmadillos. Warmadillos. Oh my god, that's the best phrase. That's almost as good as geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. But warmadillos, that's what we're doing here. Okay, everybody kill. Everybody kill. Everybody... Knife? Knife? Oh, you got a shotgun. Yeah, that's right. Alistair? Alistair? We're here for you, kid. Oh, you didn't have time to get the gun. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. I pulled you right in here. Go arm yourself, kid. No, Alice. No, that's a potato. That's not Alistair. There we go. Go get that machine pistol. Okay, everything's done. Everything's done. And everybody, by the way, everybody grab an armadillo, because that's good eating right there. Yeah, haul that. And to hook, you do hauling. Okay. Everybody grab an armadillo. I don't know what we get off of that buzzkill. I wonder what kind of, like, fur or leather. It's definitely not fur. Oh, Alistair, you're off duty now. You can go... Well, I need to figure out what you do around here. So you need to be number one. By the way, Alistair, we're not staying here. I don't know if you thought we were going to stay here, but we're out, like, momentarily. We're being hunted by deadly mechanoids, which are way worse than armadillos. You see where we just took out the armadillos, no problem? Yeah, we're being hunted by, well, robots that want to kill us and are very capable of doing so. So why don't you also be on number 1 hauling and 2 cleaning for right now? I'm going to let you kill things, because you seem like you're into that. And you can't really do much else. Why don't you be a little lower? Why don't you flick switches, kid? You flick some switches. Armadillo burgers. I would still like to keep saying warmadillos. Warmadillos. Try it at home, man. Just say it right now. Go ahead. Warmadillos. Warmadillos. Tell me that's not fun. Tell me that's not like the funnest thing you've said this week. Because if you say I'm wrong, I will disbelieve you. Warmadillos. Hang on, coffee. They're armadillos bred for war. Warmadillos. Alistair, you know what you could be actually doing? Could you chop down, like, literally every tree in the area? I will back you off everything else, actually. Just chop down everything. Alistair, you're reading. Oh, you're reading about how to kill things better. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, no, do that. Do that. That's a great thing for you to be doing. Rat, Kamba, and Herring are here. They might have a few things to trade. They might not. Berg, you want to go talk to this nonsense? Yeah, go trade with the Herring. Why don't we have warmadillos? Well, we had to kill them. We had to kill them. Because they wanted to kill us. So it was a pretty easy one there. I wouldn't actually mind taking your herbal medicine, because that's good stuff right there. Don't really, excuse me, don't really have anything to sell you. I can sell you that axe, or the knife. The axe is worth a lot more money, Dave. Sell that, sell both of those. I can always make another bow if I need to. Any really garbage clothing? Those pants aren't very good. Let's get rid of those. There, I'm up 12, and I got some herbal medicine. Good enough. Okay. So yeah, we had to kill them because they were trying to kill us. Yeah, and Rob is entirely correct. Fish equal food. What we discussed yesterday, Rob. Saint 184, welcome. What we kind of got into a well, I guess sort of like a marine biology thing yesterday, Rob, because that was pointed out yesterday too, that fishing is food. We have this brand new DLC, and it features fishing, and fish is food. You are entirely correct. So what we did was we went a little deep into a deep dive, if you see the pun there, Rob, if you see the pun, a deep dive, because it's like about water. A deep dive. Can I just say warmadillo one more time? Warmadillo. A deep dive into marine biology. And what we did discuss, I think everyone agrees with, I think absolutely all of us agree on this, fish live in the water. Predominantly, basically universally. Fish live in water. It's kind of their thing. Like, if they didn't, they'd be a turkey or something. Like, if it's a fish and they're not in the water, they're a lemming or an elephant or something, or me. I am not a fish. I do not live in the water permanently. I enjoy swimming in the water, but I don't live there full time. I leave at the end of the day. So the problem with this map, putting all of that together, all of that information together, there's not a drop of water on this entire map. There is no water. Therefore, there is no fish. Are no fish. Will be no fish. Will and on haven't be no fish. There ain't no fish. Because there is no water, and therefore, putting all of that together, No fish. Because, again, fish live in the water full time, like forever. They live in the water. Like, I think some of them can hop out occasionally, but they go right back. In the same way that I go swimming, they don't spend time on land. They go back. Guys, we're getting ready to leave, so why don't we not do what we're doing right now? Just cancel all of that, but don't go home empty-handed. Berg, haul things. Haul that steel. Bertha, haul some steel. Let's just focus. Any orders that are up are now getting canceled. So we're just going to take what we can get. So cancel all of that. The only orders that are going to stand are any orders to chop trees. And that's about it. So I don't think I targeted anything else. Just have a quick check here. But any orders to do mining, blow them off. Just blow them off. We're not interested. We're just going to take what we can get at this point. I'm going to have Alistair focus on attempting to chop down trees. What are you doing right now? You're still reading, kid. Okay, well, that requires punishment. Go get some steel. Where'd that big pocket of steel go? Yeah. So your punishment is go halfway across the map and get some steel. Igor, what are you doing? You're floor drawing. Again, that's going to be a punishment right there. So go get some potatoes. All right, go haul potatoes. Let's just get everything in here. In fact, why don't I just put everyone on #1 hauling? Except for Stench, who will chop down trees. So everyone... Stench doesn't do hauling anyway, so it's irrelevant. Everyone on #1 hauling. Even Knife. We can just suspend research for a day until we do this. I do notice we've got... Oh, we ripped up the floors. Hey, Bertha, are you already refueling it? Oh, good job. Good initiative there, kid. Hey, DeHook, can you do the same thing, please, with this one? Yeah, refuel that. Let's get the lights back on around here. So everyone on #1 hauling, we're just going to get stuff in the ship, and then we out of here. All right, we're out. All right, we're taking our lack of warmadillos and our fish that aren't here, and we're going somewhere else. Yeah, it'd be great if there was some fish on the next map. It's really easy food. It takes a while. You know, you can certainly shoot things a lot faster than you can fish. That's probably why hunting is more popular than fishing. It's faster. It's more efficient. Just shoot an animal with a bullet rather than, you know, sitting there waiting for it to come to you. We should shoot fish more. That's what we should do. We should shoot fish. The problem with them is they're underwater. They're very hard to see. Like, you can't just go... I mean, like if you're hunting an elephant is a huge thing. Like, there's an elephant. I'm going to hunt that. It's right there in front of my face. But if you're hunting fish with a rifle, you got to kind of... Well, I don't know. You see some sort of underwater camera or something, and then they're going to need to be close to the surface because the bullet doesn't go down that far. There's all sorts of, like, I don't know, physics behind stuff like that. So, but in an ideal world, what we could do, okay, I've got this sus now. You get the guys who do the fishing to get the fish, all right, because they love that sort of stuff. They love just standing there silently with a piece of string. I never understood the appeal myself. And then they take the fish and they put them on land, and then the hunty folk, they can come along and shoot them. That is horribly inefficient, but also efficient at the same time. Okay, everyone on #1 hauling, everyone's gone to bed, or everyone is about to go to bed. Knife, what are you going to get? Whatever it is, you got it. Oh, I think that's some agave there. Good, that's food. Yeah, we're 93 meals and quite a bit of raw food in here. Quite a bit of raw food. No problems there. No power. Actually, right now, no power. I gotta suss out something better here. Yeah, I think Rob might have the right idea. When we land, we'll do wind turbines outside. Bow fishing involves shooting. Yes, 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 and yes. And see, I think Saint's got the right idea. Saint's going right for large explosives, which is sensible, really sensible. Way more efficient than, you know, having someone who fishes get the fish and then put it on land so a person who hunts can come along and shoot it between the eyes, which would be very difficult because fish are quite flat. You know, it'd be hard to shoot them between the eyes, although their eyes are on opposite sides of their head. That part works, yeah, because they're prey animals. So the ins and outs of the fishing hunting scenario might elude me right now because I'm focused on being a genius, hashtag geniusosity, and fishing is just not something I need to do. See, when I want to fish, I literally have a fish market across the street from my house. If I wanted to fish, I'm going to tell you right now, I could be over there and back with a fish under 5 minutes. Under 5, and I say under 5 minutes. What I would do is not take a lot of time to choose which fish. I just sort of go through the door, just give me a fish. And they'd be like, what kind of fish do you want? Like, don't care, give me a fish. And they're like, well, yeah, I'm like, look, here's my money. Give me a fish. I'm live streaming right now. I said to these people I could be back in 5 minutes with a fish. Give me literally any fish that costs this amount of money or less. And I think in all of that, I could do that in 5 minutes. It is steps from my house, which is not as appealing as it sounds, because in the middle of summer when they have their doors open, wow, whoo, it is an odor, let me tell you. You walk right by that place, like, whoa, dang. Hang on, coffee in my face. But yes, I can pretty much guarantee you. I'd have to, I wouldn't walk casually. I'd have to run a little bit. But hang on. We don't actually need to be making biofuel right now. All right, it's great we had the extra wood. That's fantastic. But I think we're fully, 199, 190. Actually, I take that back. We could use a little top off. We don't need it, but it will be helpful. 6 days till the mechs show up. Over under on the fish thing. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to hustle. Buzzkill. I'd have to hustle. I can't take my time. I'm really not in shoes for running. I'm in kind of like, I don't know what they are, sort of rubber clog kind of thing. They're not Crocs, but they're similar along those lines. So I can't run in those. They're very comfortable, but I can't run in them. I would certainly ask from the audience that, hang on, there's cargo pods, that they give me time to change my shoes. I think that's fair. I mean, when you're at the Olympics, they don't say just show up in whatever shoes you've got. You're allowed to change your shoes. So you've detected a cluster of cargo pods, and it is hops. Yeah. It's just we're not doing beer brewing, and that's just going to take up space that I don't really have. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that. You can keep it. That's fine. I don't really need that. That's just kind of taking up space that I don't have. Guys, I'm seeing 12 pieces of wood over here. Igor, who is floor drawing. That's 12 pieces of wood we don't have in the ship. The rest of we're looking packed in here. We're looking very, very comfortable. We're starting to put things on the floor again, which is actually encouraging. That means we've got a lot of stuff. What do we do for stone blocks? I made a lot of marble. Let's make another marble shelf. And also, where was that new shelf that I just put up? Because I didn't tell people not to put food in it. That one I definitely did. That was my medical one. Where did I put that new shelf? I put it right here. There we go. So no food. Okay, no food in there. But let's actually copy that and put one. I've got space right here. And then, again, I got to make sure there's no food in that. No food at all. Keep feeding us info so I can place a bet. Yeah, I think certainly I got that, Buzzkill. Allowing myself to change my shoes, which is fair. That's fair. Okay, I can't be handicapped during this. I could be over there and back in under 5 minutes with a fish. And I could present the fish, because we've got coffee cam. I could present the fish on screen. Okay? I could absolutely do that. 5 minutes if I change my shoes. And if Mrs. Dave warms me up by just handing me my wallet kind of thing. We've done the chem fuel thing. Good. So that should probably top off what we've got here. We've had a bit of a fire. There's been a bit of a fire. Okay, that's fine. Bit of a fire. Where is the fire? Okay, guys, we're going to want to put this fire out. This is kind of an important fire. Let's go ahead and put that fire on it. Buzzkill's up in for 50. 50 for me doing it or not doing it. Because that means someone's that's kind of a thing. Am I doing it or not doing it? And I want a precise 5 minutes too. I don't want I want if it's 3:40 and 4 seconds. I want until 3:45 and 4 seconds. And by the way, what am I getting out of this? Your answer is a fish. A fish is what you got. Buzzkill's saying I can't do it. Buzzkill, I'm not in. I mean. I'm getting older every day, but I'm not in terrible shape. I'm no supermodel. I'm no Brad Pitt back in his prime, which is probably Fight Club, or that Thelma and Louise movie. He was pretty hot then. I'm no Ryan Reynolds, but I'm not in terrible shape. I can run if required so to do. So you might be, I don't know, man. That's $50, dude. I say you're losing that. Again, I'm not really inclined, because my only benefit is gaining a fish, which I didn't really need in the first place. I'm going to have Igor go back to mega cleaning, just because it's getting to be a bit of a dump around here. So I'm only up one fish at that point. Yeah, you're betting on poor customer service. That's smart. You know what? And Buzzkill, here's what you're not thinking. What if it's busy? It's the weekend. Maybe a lot of people, they don't just do fish. They have other things there. What if a lot of people are in line? I'm above all things. I'm actually quite polite, so I'm not going to jump to the front of the line. I mean, I was raised by a British father, so we wait in line. We wait in the queue until it is our turn to do whatever it is we're doing. So you got to think about that too, Buzzkill. Is it busy over there? So much like, handicapping a horse race, you have a lot of factors. What is the turf? Did it rain recently? Is the jockey having an affair with someone, and the trainer knows it and he's angry and he's not doing what he needs to do with the horse? You need to know all these little perks of information here. We've done stone blocks, which is very exciting. So I can tell you it actually has rained fairly recently, but I do not think that's going to affect the going because it's nice and dry now. So dry conditions is what you've got. That's the first information you need, Buzzkill. What are the conditions? What am I running on? And we got pretty dry conditions. I think the distance, in a straight line, the distance is about 50 feet. But I'm going to have to go, so it's basically a 50-foot dash. But I'm going to have to go downstairs. You know what? I should go out the side door. I should go out the sliding glass door. That's actually slightly more of a straight line. Yep, that's more of a straight line. Now, Buzzkill, because you need this information. That is going to, excuse me, that's going to change the conditions, because now I'm running on grass. Okay, that's going to slow me down. Now I'm running on grass. Okay, so the other way I was thinking, it's all either like a floor, or there's like some stone, but that I can go pretty good on that, and the rest of it is pavement. But then, if I go out my sliding glass door, now I'm running on grass. Okay, so you got to change the conditions there. And, to be fair, I don't necessarily believe I need to tell you which one I'm going to do. I'm just going to do whatever it is I'm going to do. So now you've got a variable. All right, and all I'm getting out of this is a fish. Okay, a fish that I didn't actually want. Kaleo, welcome. It's funny you say that, because I actually have more footwear than I used to recently. So I basically always owned 3 pairs of footwear. I have a pair of sneakers for workouts and running and that kind of thing. A pair of boots, because I basically lived my entire life in boots, and that's what I'm most comfortable in. Like a good pair of Timberlands. And a nice pair of shoes for dressy occasions. Funerals, bar mitzvahs, weddings, that kind of thing. I've never actually been to a bar mitzvah. They look very fun. Kind of disappointed I didn't get invited to any of those. I just didn't know enough Jewish people who were turning 14, 13, I don't remember. So yeah, I've actually never been to a bar mitzvah. So, but yeah, and a dressy pair of shoes. But then recently, I've actually been having some foot pain after running. So Mrs. Dave got me some sort of sandally like things, but they're wicked supportive. And one of them I'm wearing right now, they're wicked supportive, and they really make my feet feel better. So I've got more shoes than I used to, is what I'm saying, recently. I have 5 pairs of footwear now. I have a pair of sandals for going to the beach, but we don't really count that. Can we get a check on, what do you mean rat meat rotted away? Why is it not, it's 50 degrees in here. We're not really, the power drain, we're not really keeping this cold enough. And we got a bunch more psychoid coming in too. All right, we're going to be well fixed for tea. That's for sure. I think it's time to go. Let me just kind of scan the map here. A few potatoes we didn't get. That's okay. I think everything else, it looks like we got all this steel up here. We got all the jade, anything here. I think we've got all the wood. I mean, there's a bunch of potatoes, but it's going to take a few days for them. And I don't think we need to really bother. I think we can just kind of leave at this point. So let's just because it makes me feel more, I know I don't need to do this, but it makes me feel more comfortable if everyone goes into the stick close to the ship zone. Thank you. And then we're out. We're launching. We're getting out of here. What? Hang on. We're going to host a forester. For 2 advanced components. That is really good. Really, really good. How... We're allowed to leave, right? We can just leave. I think we can just leave with him. Because 2 advanced components, that ain't nothing. By the same token, though, we're going to be getting set up in a new place. You know what? No. I can get advanced components over time, and I don't desperately need them right at this exact second. Dang, though, those are so valuable. So valuable. Okay, so I can't host him here for 5 days, because the mechs will be here in 4. But I can just take him with us, right? I can be like, dude, yeah, you can come by. We're leaving, but you can come by. And then they can pick him up wherever we go. Lincoln. I think I'm going to do this. I've got the bed. I'm going to do that. Wait, you're here. Yeah, wait, your name is DM? Oh, okay. Lincoln must have been the guy on the phone. Cool. You're here. Neat. You need to go into the stick close to the ship, because we are out of here, kid. So we got a brand new friend here. Yeah, I got the beds for this. I can cover this. Stench, Bertha, I see you're having some quality time together. Thankfully, Stench has been snipped. All right, we're out. We're done. We're gone. Launch the ship. We are out of here. Yes, we are launching. Wow, we're up to a 44% quality. Oh, good. Yeah, DM's in here. Okay, he's coming with us. All right, everybody, start to launch the ship. We are out of here. We're done. We're going to run away. Run away. I could have, yeah, Pox is right. I could have just accepted when we got there. That's fine. I think we're going to be okay. I think he just comes with us. I mean, he is coming with us. He's definitely coming with us. And then we can pick him up later. So, we going, guys? We going to go? Oh, we're waiting on Alistair. Okay, we're waiting on Alistair. Yeah, get in the ship, kid. Get in the ship. Why were you so far away? You should have been in the... Stay close to the ship zone. Okay. No, yeah, anything not on the substructure. I'm aware of that. Okay, can we get right into that thing? Yeah, we can. We'll get right there. Okay, hopefully there's not like any insane... What's the pot? Oh, what's the pot's your reward? No, I think he has to go home, Poxative. Yeah, he has to go home first. The pod was him. Yeah, the pod was him arriving. No, we like if he died, like they don't give us the reward first, because if he, where would be my incentive to keep him alive, Poxative? Where would be my incentive to keep him alive? If you host this guy, we'll give you 2 advanced components. I'm like, cool, give me the advanced components and the guy, and they're like, okay, here's your advanced components. I'm like, boom, he's dead, because he's just sucking up food. No, they're going to give me the components after he safely is returned in one piece. Okay, I'm really hoping this place is not like completely filled with mechs. I don't know. I honestly haven't gotten this far in Odyssey. So yes, we are going there. Near polluted tiles. Okay, we knew that part. That we knew there was pollution there. That's fine. Confirm that. Okay, here we go. Ship taken off. It's a good-looking ship, especially now that I evened out the top bit there. It looks like it should work. I do love the launch. I really do. I think it's a fun little touch. Okay, we're zooming along. Okay, here we go. What have I got? What's going on here? Hopefully, fish. Fish would be good. I'd like to see some fish. Anytime now. There we go. And yeah, I know there's an ancient stockpile. That's why we came here. No, I know it's here. Yes, thank you. I know it's there. Where is it here? Oh, I'm immediately seeing animals to be murdered. Where is it here? Is this all... That's rich soil? All of that is rich soil? Well, happy days. No surprise, like they said, not a lot of trees. Wow, really not a lot. There's the stockpiles. Piles. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. I mean, I do. We go in it. But I don't know what's going to be there. I'm terrified of it, frankly. Wow, no shortage of rich soil. Wow, that's great. Not a lot else, though. There's your ancient evil, probably, right there. What is that? A mastodon! Mastodons! We've got mastodons. I'm going to check them out in a sec. Where do we want to land? Thinking wind turbines. This isn't actually a terrible spot, but if we do get those grav panels, I can expand the ship. I don't know if we can steal them, Poxdiv. I think we may be able to disassemble them. Yeah, we can deconstruct them, but they're not, like, active, I guess. We've got mastodons. We've got mastodons. Oh, and let's address Rob's fish issue. Yeah, not a drop of water. Not a drop. No, wow, there's these things all over the place. There's another thing there, a stockpile entrance. Are they all connected? They might be. It might just be a maze underneath this. Yeah, entrance and entrance. Okay. And we gotta hack it. Well, Knife will be very good at that. Knife will be excellent. I think he's like into like 19 or something like that. Okay, so how about we land more like this, and then I can use that soil up there for growing, and I can use that area for wind turbines. Okay, put that there and confirm that. All right, here we go. I'm very excited for mastodons. Spikelet Girl, nobody thinks they're a trap more than me. I mean, it's got trap written all over it. That's why I've been working on more heavily arming our people, so they can actually fight back. Everyone can go unrestricted, except maybe DM. Why don't you stay in the home zone? Don't wander off too far. Okay, you'll probably get murdered. Okay, let's begin. This is going to be some Redhot pause mode. This is going to be slamming into pause mode for a little bit. Let's do. I should have. Yeah, we got plenty of steel out of that last map, so that worked out really good. And I have a quantity of components. So let's do some wind turbines. Right. Maybe I should even do 3. And then maybe work on building some more batteries. I'm not quite sure where I'd put them, but let's do like turbine. Do 2 for now and see how that kind of plays out. And then let's do, this obviously. So that can be potatoes. That's fine. And this one could be. Let's make that rice. That'll come in nice. Actually, make that one corn because that'll grow nice and fast. And then more of those, please. So let's do like one here for, say, rice, and then maybe another one for cotton. I think I'm good on psychoid leaves right now, weirdly. So rice there, but it wouldn't kill us to have some cotton going around. If nothing else, we can maybe play poker later. Do a cotton one there. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo everyone's thingamajiggies. Oh, you know what would be good? Heal root. Let's set up one of those for heal root. I'm pretty sure I have somebody who can do that. Not actually 100% on that, but let's just do like a nominally sized heal root one. It'll tell me if I don't. So heal root. Yep, we're good on that. And going with narcotics as our path to profit, how about we do an easy one? Let's do, say, well, that's actually way too big, Dave. Let's do like a smoke leaf one. Those are easy to sell to people. That's also way too big, Dave, but do it anyway. So yeah, do a smoke leaf one. Nice and easy. Okay. Everybody get up and do things. Mostly getting the power up and running. I got to rework everyone's things. Okay, so everyone back off of hauling, except for the kids. They can still do hauling. Forrester doesn't do anything. Alistair, you haul. Igor, you clean and then haul. And also, Alistair, you can kill if you need to. Go ahead. Just kill things. Just kill everything. Now, I think it's very, very important that we address the mastodon issue. Because mastodons. How do I get one? How do I get a mastodon? Well, what do they do? 50% if we attack them. 10% if we try to tame them. Start killing horses. Just for, getting started around here. We can't waste a lot of time here. 10%. I would be willing to risk that to own a mastodon. Because those things are just epic. But Dave, they're just reskinned elephants. Yeah, but they're mastodons. I would also love to slaughter all of them because I bet the fur is amazing for warmth and insulation. But I'd rather just have a mastodon. Really. I've got to have one. I've got to have one. Do I know anyone who's any good at animals? What is that? Handling. Berg 3. De Hook is actually quite good. De Hook. Yeah. See, Buzzkill's got the right idea. You're like, Dave, why don't you get, I don't know, something smaller for a start, like a prairie dog. Actually, prairie dog would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun. Have an army of prairie dogs? I could get that too. I've got males and females here. An army of prairie dogs is not the worst idea I've ever had. I'd also love to have a tame vulture, because I just think that would be neat. But yeah, Buzzkill's got exactly the right idea. I have a tamed mastodon. That is so metal. It's not metal. It's metal. I mean, there was actually a metal band called Mastodon. I mean, it is literally metal. It's actually metal. I don't know how I'm supposed to resist Mastodon. Also, harvest all of those. I don't know how this game can possibly expect me to resist Mastodon for a tamed animal. Can you imagine what that thing will be like in combat? Can you imagine a Mastodon charging you? And, like, we're on the other side with, like, a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old who are heavily armed? I mean, that just writes itself. I can't write that any better. Let's get some power lines going down to here. Okay. Somebody should be on, like, numero uno construction. That's usually Stench. Except Stench is going to go hardcore on the growing. Why don't you do construction first and not mining? Just do construction. And also, De Hook, I'm going to back you off of the crafting stuff and just go hardcore into that. Where do they put them? I have no idea, Em. I mean, that's tomorrow Dave's problem. I have no idea where to put a mastodon. They just exist, and they're awesome. Like, okay, M. Let's say tomorrow you get up, and, you know, it's Sunday. Maybe you got nothing to do that day. Maybe you do. I work on a Sunday. And you're just down in the local market. I assume everyone has a local market. Mine sells fish. And there's a mastodon seller there. They just opened up. You know, Joe's Redhot Mastodon Shop. Except it would be like SHOPPE, like shoppy. Old-timey Mastodon Shop. Because, you know, they're like, you know, they're extinct and stuff. And you're like, oh my god, a Mastodon. I could just, and they're wicked cheap. He's like giving them away. Because it's like an intro offer. Like get one Mastodon at a ridiculously low rate because he's hoping you're going to come back and buy more Mastodons. Because he just opened his shop. He's trying to build a clientele. So you're like, I got that money in my pocket right now. I got that money in my pocket right now. I could walk away with a Mastodon. Em, you know your first question is not going to be where am I going to put it. Your first question is be how many can I have? Deal with it later where you're going to put a Mastodon. Right now, we're getting a Mastodon, so help me God. We are getting a Mastodon in here. Where do they go? Oh, they're up there. No, thank God, that just terrified me for a second. I'm gonna try and get a female one and see how that plays out. Just with the thought that maybe if we bump into another one later and I'm more well established, I could get more Mastodons. And indeed have a Mastodon farm is what I'm kind of going for there. Also, we could start to mine out some steel. And the horses are all being slaughtered, which is excellent. And there's not much around here, but we may as well chop down like any... Wow, there's like 4 trees on this whole map. That's kind of sad. How big of a fridge do you need for Mastodon meat? Actually, you know what? Now that you said that out loud, how much meat do you get from a Mastodon? Sex, growth, body size... 630 meat. 630 meat. And it's a special kind of leather, too. It's mastodon leather. Oh. I wanna own one and kill the rest. 630 meat from a single mastodon. Just one will get you that. Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. I gotta get one of them. I know it's going to eat food, Rob. I'm prepared for that. I actually have a lot of food. Thank you very much. Okay? Rob, you're a vent guy. You understand these things. It's a mastodon. I can't not own one of these. I'm not made of stone, Rob. You can't hand me a mastodon and say, nope, can't have it. I don't care what kind of problems this has. We're going to own one of these things, and we're going to train it to kill. Okay? Like any sensible person. Igor, I noticed you're not really doing anything around here except cleaning the grass. So, why don't you find something else to do, except you don't really do anything. You're really terrible at a lot of things. You could also flick switches. I don't think we got any switches to flick. But go ahead and flick some switches if you feel like that. Yeah, the kid doesn't really have anything to do. He's like 3. He can't really do anything right now. What we can go do is get this going a little bit faster here. Okay, we're starting to put in some wind turbines. Is there anywhere else? I think. By the way, we need a mastodon. So who's on that? Yeah, to hook. Get in on that. Actually, after you finish the wind turbines, let's get some power under control first, and then we'll deal with the mastodon issue, because we're not leaving this map without a mastodon. I'll tell you that right now. That is not happening. We are not. Where am I going to put a mastodon bed? I suppose it depends who's the mastodon master, which is super fun to say. Not as fun as Warmadillo, because Warmadillo is the best thing I've said all week. It's just, but Mastodon Master, who masters the Mastodon? Okay, it's getting better every time I say it. I do make a lot of sense, Buzzkills, because I'm a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. What's the temperature? It's still very warm here. Are we getting, like, we're a little cooler in here? That's cooler. Okay, it's a little warmer over here, but that makes sense. It's not ideal here. I could put up one of the, like, the wooden cooler things, but I think we'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. We'll get by with this. I should also start thinking about where are we going next? Where am I going to go after I'm done with this? Okay, everyone's out doing stuff right now. These are whipping around, so that should help with the power issue for right now. We won't be as dependent on the wood-fired generators. And those are not super resource intensive. Like, we're fine if we need to build a few of those. To hook, yeah, you're doing some planting. I noticed you're not taming a mastodon, the hook. Just, you know, for asking the question. Asking the question. Just wondering why you're not taming the mastodon. No, Rob, I'm going after the grav panels. I actually have a plan. I know. Just take your jaw off the floor. I actually have a plan. So, day 1, establish everything. And we're already well on the way. We've got some power kicking along. We're getting all our things planted. That's day 1. Day 2, mastodon. Day 3, well, it depends how day 2 goes. Day 3 might also have to be mastodon. I don't know how this is all going to break down. But then we're going to start exploring. Then we're going to start exploring around here. How are we armed? We've got an SMG, an LMG, a machine pistol, and then Knife's got the shotgun. DeHook's got a shoot frenzy with an auto pistol. Obviously, the children are armed. Wait, why aren't you armed? Igor, why don't you have a gun? What is wrong with you? Oh, I remember. You fell over. Yeah, and I said I got to get you a better gun because your bow was terrible. No, don't wear pants. That's a silly idea. But I know I have another machine pistol out here. Why is this 3-year-old not have a weapon? Machine pistol. There it is. Okay. So, oh, they're already being used. All right. We need to make the child a weapon. To hook, I'm looking in your direction. Are mastodons aggressive? I imagine they would be. It's a 10% chance of them going psycho if we try and tame them. So I'm willing to take that chance, and you would be too. Again, you're at your local mastodon seller who just opened. He's very excited about his new business. And Charity, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay, Mastodon is exactly how you want to enter the stream, right? Okay, people, Charity, I'm glad you get it. Okay, Charity gets it. Okay, Charity has a seat on the Dave train. She understands these things. Charity looked at Mastodon and said, well, obviously Dave's going to devote his time to Mastodon, right? Of course. See, Charity gets it, all right? So Mastodon, really, you're going to take that 10% chance too. Yeah, I mean, like Joe, who owns the Mastodon shop, excuse me, the shoppy, you know, you come into his store, he's like, I am more than happy to sell you a Mastodon. There is a slight chance that it will go berserk and try to murder you. And you're like, well, how slight is the chance? He's like, 10%. Proven by science. Proven by science. And you're like, yeah, I'll take those odds. I got a 90% chance that it's going to go well. Like, numbers, once you flip the number, it sounds way better. Like, Mrs. Dave and I, there's this commercial that goes on TV, and it's for, like, sad children or something. Sad, sick children who are sick about, you know, being sad, and they're sick, and they're awful. And there was some sort of, like, I don't know, thing that helps. And the play was 1 out of 5 children dies from whatever this is. That's their like, here's why you should give us your money. 1 out of 5 children dies from this. And I immediately thought, well, wait a minute. That means 4 out of 5 of them survive. Those are really good odds. That's really good. Like 4 out of 5 kids survive this particular sickness, sadness, whatever it is. But you flip the number and say 1 out of 5 dies. That sounds way more serious. If you put a smile on your face and say, hey, 4 out of 5 survive. Then if you're a parent, you're like, okay, cool, I'll take a shot at that. Yeah, that seems fine. So a 90% chance. It's not a 10% chance of attacking. It's a 90% chance of owning a mastodon. Okay, that's the spin right there. That's how we open this. I don't have a 10% chance of getting murdered. I have a 90% chance of owning a mastodon. At least one. If this goes well, I'm not ruling out another one. I will not rule out another one. I don't know if I want to start breeding them because we're going to get into a space problem. In that they're huge. And they're going to take up a lot of room. And wow, when that little pop-up says animal filth, I bet they ain't joking. I bet that's a big old pile. Igor, you seriously have nothing to do. I seriously have nothing to do. The thing is, you're 4. You can't do anything. There's like nothing for you to do. There's nothing to fish. Okay, we have nothing to fish around here. All right, that's Alistair anyway. We have nothing to fish. There's no water. I guess, yeah, the kid's got really nothing to do. I don't know, putter around. Go read a book about something. You love doing that. Train yourself to kill. Self-taught to kill. I mean, look at that, shooting one already. Shooting one. Oh, I'm neglecting to arm you. Hang on. I've got a weapon for this kid. Do I have any other weapons? Because it's kind of hard to tell in this. I have a lot of stone blocks. That part I can tell you. What's going on down here? Those are components. There's a knife. I could give the kid a knife. He does love reading that book about melee. He does love that. So, I'd really like him to have a gun. Tell you what, Igor, for right now, just go behind Alistair, because now it's by age anyway, except for this guy who doesn't count. And then we'll think about arming you later. Alistair is definitely armed. What? Oh, a happy tree. I'm fine with that. That's okay. I mean, I'll harvest it, because I can sell that to somebody. Oh, it's right there. That was easy. Boy, that was an easy one. It looks like almost everything is planted. That's great. This is just going along just fine. There's trees, by the way, and also there's some components there. Why don't we mine that, and then chop down those trees? I mean, obviously my impetus is to come in and kill every animal on the screen, but I don't think we really need to. We've got quite a lot of raw food in here, and plenty of meals. I've got 100 meals. In fact, I could almost start thinking about making some fine meals at this point. And we're going to have a lot more food coming in. That rice is going to come in super quick. So, DeHook, just first of all, where are my mastodons? Up here. Okay. So, DeHook, can I make you do this? Hang on, DeHook, come here. Can I make you do this? Yeah, prioritize taming the mastodon. I want to get this out of the way. I know we planned this for day 2. I understand that, but we're gonna kind of flip the script here. All right, we're gonna flip the script, and you're gonna work on this now. Now, this is where that 10% looks a little worse, because now DeHook is surrounded by mastodons, and he's gonna try and pull one away and say, "You live with us now." Oh, DeHook, it's been nice knowing you. Let's take this nice and slow here. Nice and slow. I just need to be... Oh, DeHook's going on a food binge. Okay. That was helpful. What was your problem? You're a gourmand. Okay. Can anyone else... Actually, I really like DeHook to do it. He is the highest level of animals. So, we'll let you kind of regroup there. Sorry for teasing you there with that food. Okay. Yeah, you just go do your jam, man. Do your thing. I did put everyone in, yeah, unrestricted except for DM there. Okay. What could be my next thing that I work on here? Start to look at maybe some more mining. And then I don't really want to do it today. I don't want to do it in today's stream. Because I don't know how long this is going to take. Maybe this takes 5 minutes. Maybe this takes days. I could start the hack, though. That's a thought. A lot of steel around here. I could start hacking the thing. And then, kind of work on it later. But I got to get those gravelite panels. Otherwise, this is as big as the ship will ever be. Which is really sad, because it's coming along very nicely. I'd like to get a couple more private bedrooms. Hey, Berg, are you happy now that your bedroom sucks? Let me see. Yeah, Acetic has awful bedroom. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, should have told me that, dude. I would have given you a terrible bedroom ages ago. I absolutely knew that about you. That's totally a thing that I knew about you. I noticed nobody's living up here. Like, DeHook is in a dormitory, but nobody wants to sleep near DeHook. I don't know why. He's still picking out on food. Good, I've still got 97 meals left. So I think definitely next week we'll go into well, I was going to say the Ancient Evil, but the stockpile here. I feel like this is going to just be all tunnels. That these are all interconnected somehow. Like we could come in here and then we could pop out over here or something like that. I just don't know what's down there. I mean, I literally have no idea what's down there. Are we all going to get murdered? Maybe. Totally. Could be. Can we take a peek inside? Well, I could certainly start the hack. That we could definitely do. So, auto-hack that. All right? Auto-hack that. Speaking of which, how are we doing on... Okay, I mean, geothermal is kind of vaguely almost done. Why don't you suspend that for right now, Knife? And then you'll kind of... Yeah, you're going to go automatically start hacking this thing. Because you're wicked smart. What are you, 19 now on that? Yeah, 18. Okay, cool. So, can I get an idea of how this is going? Yeah, he'll be through that fairly easily. That's going along at a nice little clip. 108 speed for him, because he's so smart. And then, DeHook, you're still binging. I kind of need my Mastodon, DeHook. Oh, he's back, and he's taking his hat off. He's back, and his hat is off, and he's in bed. Okay, that could have gone better. I mean, the hat thing is fine. If you want to take your hat off, you're allowed to take your hat off. That's okay. It's just, you didn't have to take your hat off. Knife, how's it going down there? Yep, still working on that. And we are... Yeah, he's already like... well, he's there. Hang on, there's a mad prairie dog. Mad prairie dog. Bertha, just kill it. Just kill it in its face. Okay, hit it. Melee attack it. It's a prairie dog. How hard can this possibly be? There you go, Bertha. There you go. Oh, he's been locked out for 12 hours. Okay, so his hack has been detected. So the short answer, Buzzkill, is probably not. How far did we get? 142 out of 650. Okay, so probably not. This is going to take many days to do this. Many, many days. If they're going to lock us out every 150 or so. So he's about not really a quarter of the way through. Okay, so this is going to end 12 hours to do it again. Okay, go back to regular research then. That's fine. Go back to this. That we can just keep doing that. So probably not. We probably won't have time to do that today, Buzzkill. Yeah, no, we'll get it done easily next week. We'll just keep working on that. It's only 12 hours. That's not too bad. There's Gore Hulks. Neat. Neat. Okay. Everybody, come on up here. Let's just all go sort of here. Okay. We're in Gore Hulk country. Yeah, everybody slow down. Slow down. Everybody go over here. Bertha, how banged up are you right now? No, Bertha, don't ignore me. No immediate danger. The thing is, you've got a really good weapon. So, let's kind of line up over here. We might kind of spring out and surprise them and go, ha-ha! And then shoot him in the face. So really the key here is let's not get Bertha shot. This is Operation Don't Shoot Bertha. Okay? Operation... Back off here. If they could separate, that'd be really handy for me. If one could go like around one side and one around the other, that would be super awesome of them. And I think that's basically going to happen. So everyone kind of come over here, like this. Come this way. Oh, you've gone the wrong way. Oh, no, you, dude. We need him. Okay, everybody rush this one. That could have gone better. Everybody go over here. Everybody go over here. Just go. No. Don't chase him. He's not very tasty, I assure you. Go over here. Go over. Actually, hang on. We're doing a little Benny Hill chase here. Lead him over here. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we're doing a little Benny Hill. So you go in here, and then actually just go undraft yourself, and then rest until healed. Did you get, like, wicked hurt? No immediate danger. You get a couple of stabs. And the rest... Oh, now yeah, they immediately go for the power. Immediately going for the power. Okay, just go kill them, would you? Just go kill them in their kill faces. We brought the Gore Hulk shooting guns. We're going to use the Gore Hulk shooting guns. Okay, there we go. Okay, much more. There we go. And we're just going to let them die. Okay, we're not capturing anybody. We're not into demons today. We're not into demons. Alright, I'm just going to let everything slide. Well, I'm glad I built the hospital. That's going to work out great for the people who need the hospital. Stench, you going to work on... Yeah, work on DM. It's really important he doesn't die. Because we, like, need him to get stuff. We need a meditation spot. Okay, I can bang that up for you real quick. Boom, meditation spot. Okay. Like, how fast is time going by here? 9 hours. That was 3 hours to do all of that nonsense. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Day 1 is actually going very well. Igor, don't touch the demons. You don't know where they've been. You guys are going to die, right? I don't have to, like, worry about you or anything. Yeah, no, you're totally going to die. And yes, we got the prairie dog as well. Excellent. Igor's on a go frenzy. Good, he's going to clean even faster than he did before. Yay, Igor. Good job, Igor. What will be my next move around here? Day 1 stuff is good. I think, yeah, we just really need to focus on getting into this thing. Because I feel like this is going to take a while. I'm also feeling like this might be like an anomaly where we had to go into the underground cave to, like, kill the thing that was awful. This might take a while underground. Like, we might have to go in, do some stuff, come back out, heal, eat, that kind of thing, and then go back down again. I'm just kind of getting that vibe off of it. This could be a multi-day experience. Hey, DeHook, get me my Mastodon, please. Yeah, get this Mastodon. Oh, you interacted too recently. Yeah, but then you buggered off. That's on you, kid, not me. Oh, DeHook, why are you so good? And yet so bad at the same time. This is all almost done over here, kind of, vaguely. But it's going together well. And make sure we cut down any trees at all. I will take any trees, because we may not... Well, who knows what we're going to do. I certainly don't. I just guess. What else could we... Actually, I say what else could we kill? I don't need the food right now. I just don't. It's only kind of slowing us down to keep going and killing things. I've got like 100 meals, 102 actually. Lots of meat, lots of vegetables. We're actually, weirdly, we're doing well. It shocks me to say that. It was hard to get those words out of my mouth. Unlike Warmadillo, which comes out of the mouth very naturally. Warmadillo. Warmadillo. Unlike that... Oh, the entrance can be hacked again. Okay, Knife, go off of regular research and go back into hacking duty. Okay, so that's not too bad. And he'll probably get, I would guess, another quarter of that done. What are you going to do now? You're going to have some food, and then you're off to... You have to meditate. Is that strictly necessary? I mean, maybe you want to think long and hard about your hacking. Is that it? Hacking? RimWorld Nuke, probably not. RimWorld just hated me. I think we're back on more equal terms now. Because it was really angry that I beat Anomaly. And it was really angry that I unleashed Geniusosity into the world. And it punished me with Chibi's colony. Chibi didn't own the colony, but the colony was all about Chibi. I think we're back on more equal terms now. I think it's we respect each other as opponents. Oh, bye, Em. Thank you. So I don't know if it's going to nuke me. It's doing normal stuff. It's doing very, very normal. Don't touch the demons, kids. You don't know where they've been. So I think we're back on normal terms. Knife, what are you doing? Yeah, you're hacking the thing again. Okay, how are you doing now? Yeah, I'm going to guess we're getting to like maybe 300-ish, and then we're going to get locked out again. So every hack he's doing about a quarter. It would probably be a lot less if he wasn't so smart. We've just got someone who is unbelievably good at this. And I bet for like a level 10 or level 12, this would be moving much, much slower. So I just kind of want to see how far he gets, and then we'll kind of start to wrap up here. I know we need a research project. Stop telling me things. Also, there's no particular reason well, I've already got that steel earmarked for demolition, and I'll get that going. Thank you. I'll take that heal route. Okay, so you are at, yeah, 288, 300, getting a little bit further than I expected we would. Huh. I was kind of expecting to get shut down again. I thought this would be a series of stages. Okay, you check in with me, Knife. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. He's been shut out again. Okay, so 324. So yeah, basically every quarter we're getting shut out, more or less. It's not perfect numbers, but okay, that's fair. So it's going to take us a little time. Again, just go back to regular research for right now, and then you can do it again tomorrow. Okay. Slam it into pause mode. Let me evaluate things here. Things are actually going shockingly well. Almost everything is planted. We're going to have a bunch of narcotics to sell people. It's an okay map. It would be great if there was some fish, but it's an okay map. Oh no, there's your Ancient Evil. There's your Ancient Evil right there. But it's a pretty okay map. It's not the worst one we've had yet. I think we're going to do all right here. We just need to figure out what's going to happen in here. I think it's going to be like that hellhole thing. I think it's going to be like multiple expeditions going in, probably mechs. No doubt it's going to be mechs. We're okay armed. I'd be okay if we're a little better armed. How about, could we maybe get like one more LMG done? Or an SMG. I actually don't care which. Make a heavy SMG. Okay. I'm getting nervous too, Buzzkill. I'm not going to lie about that. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let you do far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. We will come back to some more of this next weekend, and obviously the big thing will be getting in here and figuring out what's going on, but I got to get more graphite panels, otherwise this is it for the ship. I also got to think about eventually a new engine, because I'm not going to be able to build any bigger until, I mean, I got a lot of space. I can expand quite a bit, but I'm not going to be able to get any bigger until we can get another engine in play. So we've seen a couple of quests for that pop up. We'll see some more in the future. But I will let you guys go. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly. I look forward to this every single week, and you guys never disappoint me. I show up, I have a great time. Hopefully you have a pretty good time too. I will see you next week. Thank you again. Goodbye, and